Hi friends, and welcome to your yoga practice. I'm Janine, and thank you so much for joining me here today. I'm coming to you from the beautiful jungles of Sanuna. This is on the lake in Guatemala. I'm surrounded by all this incredible nature, including these medicinal lemongrass plants I've been enjoying a lot lately. And for today, I wanted to bring to you a practice on somatics. So what is somatics? Somatic is a movement that is practiced consciously, focusing on the internal experience rather than the external appearance. So really just focusing on the quality of exploration and your conscious attention in movement. So today's invitation is to simply feel. So let's go ahead and get started. So find yourself in a comfortable seat. So whatever feels good for you today, don't worry about being rigid or looking like any kind of meditator, but just find yourself in a comfortable position. Maybe close down the eyes for just a moment, and we'll just take a few rounds of breath just to land in the space. So breathing in deeply through the nose and out through the mouth. Let's do that a couple more times, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. One more time like that, breathing in and out. All right, blinking the eyes open if you have them closed. We'll just get a little bit of wiggles through the spine, maybe rocking the head side to side. And let's clasp our hands in front of us, and we'll just begin to come into some little wrist circles, so moving in one direction, circling the wrists and the hands. Breathing in and breathing out, and changing directions. Just getting some mobility in the hands and the wrists, starting to wake things up. So we're just trying to get into some non-habitual movements through this practice today. So just play with the curiosity of sensation. All right, let's breathe in, opening up the hands, keeping your fingers clasped, bringing them towards your chest on your inhale. And exhale as you flip your palms and begin to round your spine, bringing your chin towards your chest. We'll inhale as we reach everything up. Your palms are facing the sky. And exhale as you release that, maybe wiggling your fingers down or circling the wrists as you bring them to the sides. We'll do that a few times. So inhale as you bring your hands together, clasping your hands. Exhale as you push your palm away, maybe rounding the spine. Inhale as you reach up, finding length on the side bodies, and exhale as you release, maybe circling or shaking your hands out, little jazz hands. Let's do that a couple more times. So inhaling as you bring your hands towards your chest. Exhale as you flip them away, rounding the spine. Inhale as you reach up, and exhale as you release, jazz hands, little wiggling of the fingers, circle the wrist, just do something a little different. One more time like that. Inhale as you reach your hands towards your chest. Exhale to flip. Inhale as you reach up. This time let's stay, and on your exhale, we're just going to tilt over to our right hand side, getting in a nice side body stretch on the left side. Maybe plugging into your left sit bone here, seeing that you're not bringing your shoulders too far up towards the ear, bringing them back behind you, and maybe just pulsing side to side here, and just beginning to feel some opening and some spaciousness on that side body. Inhale as you come to center, and exhale as you release, maybe circling the wrists, wiggling the fingers. And following that pattern one more time, inhale as you clasp your hands, bring them up towards your chest. Exhale as you flip your palms, rounding your back. Inhale as you reach up, and exhale as you tilt over now to your left-hand side. So feeling your right sit bone now plugging into the earth, feeling length on the right side body. Opening up your chest, maybe to look upwards towards the sky. And taking a couple rounds of breath here, maybe pulsing side to side. Just bringing in any intuitive movement that your body is craving of you. And just tapping inward, how does it feel? One more big breath in. And bring it back to center and exhale as you release, circling the wrists one more time. All right, let's bring our hands to heart center here. And from here, let's bring our hands back behind us, feet out in front of us, and we'll kind of get into some windshield wiper-esque movements. So just let your knees drop over to one side and then the other. Maybe you'd like to straighten one leg at a time. Just kind of play with, again, the curiosity of sensation here, of how the hip flexors are feeling today. And don't worry so much about what it looks like. Just breathing deeply in through the nose and out through the nose or the mouth. Okay, from here, let's just cross our legs so we can roll ourselves over onto our hands and knees, coming into a tabletop, or maybe we can call this one a chair top or a bench. We're just trying to get into some new movements and some new patterns today. So just have fun with it, play with it, see how something new feels. Maybe let's call these poses something different than we're used to. And from here, just sway or bend the elbows. Again, let this be intuitive. Let yourself undulate the spine and feel into the little nooks and crannies of the body in a different way. Don't worry about having to circle your hips in one direction or the other. Just close down the eyes here maybe and go inward. Let yourself breathe into the sensation of the movement. If something's feeling nice and tender, then maybe you want to spend an extra moment there. Maybe you want to really claw into the fingertips as you move your spine forward and back or side to side, or perhaps you're lifting up the arm in one direction and circling it. Whatever you're doing, it doesn't matter as long as you are paying attention to the sensation that is happening. So a couple rounds of breath, just moving on your own, breaking out of those patterns, letting yourself feel. One more round of breath. And once you come back to a neutral spine, go ahead and kick your left leg to the back of the mat, just pushing into your toes. So you're getting a nice little calf stretch here. So rocking forward to back. Maybe you want to drop your elbows down if that feels better, and drop your head towards the mat and sway your neck side to side. Really whatever goes in this practice today, as you might have noticed. It's all about sensation. It's all about how you're feeling, not about how something looks. So we're trying something new today. Okay, we're gonna kick our left foot now to the top corner of the left side of the mat. So go ahead and step yourself up in what would be a lizard pose, but why don't we call it some other kind of reptile today, whatever you're feeling. Maybe I'm going to be a iguana today. And of course, you guessed it, so just play with the wiggles and the movements here. If you want to stay nice and still, because that's something that you normally wouldn't do, then maybe do that. But encouraged wiggles and movements and pulses, maybe lengthening the front leg and bending it again. Or perhaps you want to bring your left hand to your left knee and open yourself up in a little sort of twist here, rolling onto the outer edge of that left foot. Looking back behind you as you bring in a little bit of pulses. So whatever goes, but breathe into it, breathe into that sensation, especially if something is feeling tight or tender, then send your breath there, your loving breath. So a couple rounds here. Again, maybe close down the eyes if that feels good for you to really tap into that internal sensation. Helps to take away those external stimulants that are going on around us that can be distracting. And one more big breath in and out. Okay, from here, we're going to turn all of our toes over towards the left corner of the mat. So maybe you want to heel toe your left foot back a little bit. Just depends on kind of your anatomy and how tall you are here. I definitely need to because I'm quite tall. And we're going to lean everything over onto our right hip. So we're coming into like a little Shiva's couch here. So again, from here, just play around with where you need to position yourself. That feels, somewhat sustainable. But this can be a really nice big hip opening. I get this in the whole side, my IT band on the left corner. Maybe you want to push in with your hand here into your knee. Maybe you want to bring your elbow down as you do so. So just sit into this pose for a few rounds of breath. Again, closing down the eyes if this feels good to you. So I just picture Shiva sitting on this luxurious couch. So Shiva is a deity, if you don't know, in Hinduism. And really these deities that people look up to and are inspired by. Shiva is the destroyer, the transformer. And really they're just archetypes of characteristics and personality traits that are going on inside of ourselves, in our internal beings. So they're here to help inspire and to teach us to look inward. As Shiva is everywhere. Shiva is everywhere, wake up. That's something that one of my teachers, Andrew, had said through my training, and I haven't actually thought about it until now. But it's true. Shiva is everywhere, and Shiva is within you. And when you can recognize that and know that you are the one that is the transformer or the destroyer, you are making space for what's new to come. That is not something that you have to look outwards and externally for. So I went on a little rampage on Shiva there, but from here, let's just kick that left foot back to meet the right. So you're now stacking your legs on one another. And why don't we go ahead and lower onto our elbow here. So now we're in this little Pilates Shiva shape. So maybe just go ahead and lift your leg up, bend the knee, come into some circles. Again, I really invite you to play here. Just move into the hip flexors and the lower body and push yourself out of that elbow too. Don't dump everything down so that your shoulder is coming way up towards your ear and you're not having any engagement. Playing with sensation and movement in the body still means that we want to be mindful and engage ourselves in areas so that we're not injuring ourselves, of course, or putting any extra weight on areas that we don't need to. So I picture myself as like a Shiva synchronized swimmer now. Maybe flex the toe, point the toe, bend the knee, bring it up to your elbow, whatever. Just have fun with it. One more breath in and out. Okay, bringing your foot to meet your left. So we're gonna Bend deeply into our right knee this time as we push ourselves up to sit onto our sit bones. So now we're in this little Janu Shirshasana shape. So maybe hug your right foot in towards your left thigh, and we'll just reach our right hand up towards the sky, bending over into this little side stretch. So again, pulse here. Maybe open up into a cactus, circle the wrists. Just play. Take a few breaths in. And out. Audible exhales are always encouraged as well, if that feels good. Maybe reach both hands up towards the sky and fold forward over that knee if that feels good. Again, bringing a little wave-like motion in the spine, a little bounce, a little pulse. And from here, let's reach our right hand up to the sky, planting it back behind us. And we'll just use that to push ourselves up. So we're gonna rotate things here. So bring your foot back behind you so your knee and your ankle are in line. Bring this left foot so it's also in line with your right knee. And we're now in the supported side plank. So reach your left arm up towards the sky. Maybe bring it overhead. Take a big breath in here. And exhale. Inhale as you reach yourself up, using your core strength here to lift up. And let's open our hands nice and wide. Let's inhale as we bring our hands in front of us, clasping our fingertips like we did at the beginning of practice. Inhale again. Exhale as you round everything forward. Inhale as you reach up. And exhale as you tilt over to your left-hand side. So taking a couple rounds of breath here. If you'd like to release your hand, you can bring your left hand towards your left extended leg and reach yourself over. So either way, yogi's choice. Take a big breath in and exhale. Breathing in, lifting everything back up. You're going to plant your right hand back to the mat beside you, and we're just rotating everything forward to the front of the mat. So bringing your left hand to meet your right, swiveling everything forward, and you're back where you started with your left foot extended back behind you. Maybe a couple more pulses of the leg here. Okay, awesome. So go ahead and bring your left knee to meet your right. And we're just gonna sink it back into a child's pose just for a moment, maybe a little slither, maybe widen the knees, whatever feels good to you. We'll just take a round of breath here in your child's pose. And taking one more breath in and out. Let's roll ourselves up onto our hands and knees in that tabletop or chair top, bench top, whatever. And if you're ready to do that all again, go ahead and kick your right foot back behind you and just rock forward and back, getting into your calf here. Maybe lowering onto your elbows if that felt better. Getting again into the neck or not. One big breath in and out. And when you're ready, we're going to step it forward to the top corner of the right side of the mat, coming into your reptile shape here. Again, wiggling it out, breaking out of patterns, maybe even doing something different than you did on your other side. Especially because both sides of our bodies really aren't symmetrical. They're not exactly the same. It's like somebody said before when I was getting my eyebrows done that your eyebrows are like cousins, not like sisters. So you can think about that for all aspects of the body, all areas of the body. So taking a few rounds of breath here just to check in. Maybe opening up the hip here and twisting open. Rolling onto the right corner of the foot if that feels good. Coming down onto the elbow. Letting your shoulders or your neck be involved here. This can be a full body movement. Oh, a couple fireworks here, or as they call them in Guatemala, bombas. There's a feria happening, which is a fair. So they love to let off the bombas. Okay, one more big breath in. And out. Okay, from here we're getting into our little Shiva's couch. So turn all your toes over to the right hand side. Bring your foot back as far as you need to as you dip yourself onto the left side of your hip. And just walk your left hand out as far as you need. Readjust things as you need to here. So I know I'm turning away from you here, but maybe you can see from this side how things look. And maybe you want to open your hand up. Maybe you want to push away with that knee. See how this feels on the outer side of the glute. It's really tight for me here. Maybe bending and lengthening your elbow, but watching that you're not dumping into your neck here. And just being mindful, embodying the Shiva. Taking one more big breath in. And out. When you're ready, we'll kick our right foot to meet our left. So we're stacking them on either side, dropping yourself down onto your elbow here and coming into that little Pilates Shiva stretch. So kicking up and down, maybe opening the hip, flexing, pointing the toe. Just get creative and funky here. Get weird. Get wiggly. Makes me think of this quote by Alan Watts, which is, humans are always trying to make a wiggly world straight. And aren't we though? Trying to always make reason out of everything, formulate structure, straight lines, which is necessary in some way, but not always. Sometimes we just gotta break out and be wiggly. One more breath here. Do something a little different. Maybe shake the leg. And when you're ready, bringing your right leg to meet your left, we're gonna bend deeply into that left leg just so we can push ourselves up so we're seated. I'm gonna turn myself now to face you so I don't want to be completely away. And we're bringing ourselves into this little Janu Shirshasana shape. So bringing the sole of the foot in towards the leg and maybe reaching your left arm up and overhead to give yourself a nice side body stretch. Opening the elbow like a cactus shape. Circling the wrists. Yogi's choice. So how does this feel? Maybe close the eyes down again, go inward. Couple breaths here. Maybe reach up both hands and turn towards your extended leg to fold yourself over. Coming into a little wave-like motion in the spine. So this is a wavy, wiggly class. So I hope that you feel nice and spacious after this. And I hope that you've tried something new today. And we're gonna lift ourselves up, reaching that left arm up high to the sky to plant it back beside us as we lift ourselves onto our hands and knees, moving everything so it's in line. So you're bringing your left heel in line with your knee and your right foot in line with your left knee to come into your supported side plank. Sorry, I know that was a little funky, but just wiggle yourself into it. Lifting your right hand up towards the sky, maybe bringing it overhead and feeling a nice big side stretch from the right foot all the way up to your right fingers here. Maybe wiggle them. Maybe bring a little smile or a giggle. A little giggle in. Just let yourself be weird. One big breath in and out. Reaching your right arm up, letting that pull you up. We're going to open our hands nice and wide and bringing our hands in front of us, clasping our hands together. Inhaling here and exhaling as you push your palms away from you, rounding your back. Inhale as you come up towards the sky, and exhale as you tilt over to the right hand side. Maybe staying here, maybe letting your right hand drop down towards your extended leg as leverage to let yourself reach up and overhead even more. Your choice. Couple pulses. Just staying as you are. And reaching everything up. We're going to plant our left hand to the side of us and we're turning everything over. So you're coming back. You would be at the top of your mat. I'm here at the back of my mat, but we are right where we began with our extended right leg. So letting yourself heel, toe, rock back and forth. And we'll just let our right leg, knee, that is, meet our left so that we can sink it back, you guessed it, in our little child's pose, pod, slithery shape, whatever you want to call it. Let yourself bring your forehead to the mat just for a moment. Big breath in, sigh it out. And when you're ready, on your next inhale, slowly lift yourself up. So you are seated on your heels. Just taking a moment here, maybe bringing your hands over your heart and just feeling into your heartbeat. How does that feel? How does your heart feel today? And we'll close our practice right here, or if you would like to come into a cross-legged seat, then you are more than welcome to do that as well. Maybe keeping your hands over your heart and closing your eyes down. So coming back into that Alan Watts quote about the wiggly world, I think that this perspective just really helps for us to see life in its true essence, to be able to be wiggly or different or weird or just do something that is not regimented or rigid can really help us better get to know ourselves. So I hope that this practice was fun for you and that you were able to maybe see a little part of you that you didn't see before, or just feel something new, experience a new sensation. So let this be an invitation to more often color out of the lines. So let's bring our hands to heart center now, bowing your chin towards your heart, saying namaste. Thank you so much, yogis. So again, I hope this felt really good in your body. I hope that you're feeling extra spacious and open and you just had fun and that this was a playful practice for you. So Thank you for allowing me to be your guide. And if you haven't already, I would really appreciate a subscribe, a like, a comment. Any of those things really helps to boost my channel and to show YouTube the algorithm that it needs to. So sending my love and thanks one more time, and I'll see you in the next one.